Hi guys, good morning. So I have exciting updates for you guys today. First I want to just go back over a few goofs I made on the last show. I get up at like 5:30 in the morning to do those shows, and I was up till almost 2 last night doing show prep and emailing the links and all the rest of that bullshit. So I'm half awake when I do that show, and I made a few goofs. One is I said something to the effect of Mark Headley and Claire Headley starting the Aftermath. They did not start the Aftermath Foundation, but they do basically run it now. And so that was a misspeak. And then what else? When I went to share the tabs later, I was sharing tabs, but I forgot I still had the Gnome Roamer screen share up. So you didn't see any of the tabs I showed. I showed Ganja Girls. I mean, not Ganja Girls. I've got Ganja Girl in the brain. I shared Haggis Bashers, Victims Have Voices, and that didn't get shown. Check out her webpage, please. She's a powerful advocate in the community and has created this webpage. And I missed shouting her out. She's protesting today. I didn't realize that, and I didn't catch it until I was trying to leave, and then I tried to stop the leaving so I could share it, but all it did was close me out. I showed Gnome Roamer's page because I wanted to get some eyes on Gnome Roamer's page, and that didn't get shared. Anyway, let's get today started and stop worrying about what's already happened. But I just wanted to make those apologies for that. And first, let's go to, I got to change the share here. Go to my channel. I go to posts. I go to the agenda. I look at the agenda, which I'm not going to do right now. Well, we can do it real quick. There's only one thing on the agenda today. Only one agenda item. And and there's a presentation today, guys, so it might be a long one. It's only one person, though, so hopefully it won't be too long. Octavio Ediza, or I think that's how you say it, Ediza, wastewater conveyance supervisor, Bureau of Sanitation, 34 years of service. And then the one item on the agenda is the mayor has approved authorization, the Board of Public Works on behalf of the Bureau of Sanitation to execute a proposed memorandum of understanding with the Regents of University of California on behalf of its LA campus for a term of 6 years with contract authority not to exceed $2,640,000 for the use of their hazardous waste collection facility. So that's the one agenda item today. And let's go back to my page. I click on the Zoom link. I click join from Zoom Workplace. It's opening. It's not allowing me in yet, but let's share that page instead. Come on. Take me a second, guys. Sorry. See, they're not. It says waiting for the host to start webinar, so they're not going yet. But that's fine. Yeah, the consent item, that's it. So, but that gives me time. I wanted to do a awesome video from Ganja Girl, and there's updates on that, but I'll do the video first, make sure we fit it all in, and then we will do the updates. Let's see. So stop sharing that screen. Let's do the, oh, they're now letting us in. All right. Hold on. So letting us in. So I'm going to go down to the bottom middle here, raise my hand. All right, now back to what I was trying to do. Hey, Peter. Okay, I want to share this video from Ganja Girl.
Open the agenda, find the link to the Zoom. Click on it to connect to the room. We sit and wait for the meeting to begin, and the names TJ starts calling. They ask us what we wanna comment on. We say general or multiple agenda item. Then we continue to wait for them to start up, and finally we are now recording pops up. The president talks and it's blah blah blah, but he mentions public comment. The time is now. They call on us to speak and we all slay. Everyone's so good with what they say. Sometimes it feels never ending, it's been so long, but to this day we're all so strong. We're so strong. We're so strong. We're so strong. We're so freaking strong, y'all.
Very cool. Gives you a little mini walkthrough of what to do. And I appreciate you, Ganja. Thanks for letting me share that. Hey, Ganja's here.
When
yeah,
every
nice
day
finding.
feels the same, one man wants more.
I need an adventure.
So Ken goes to Expedia.
I gotta go stop this. Stop. Actually, I'll close it. I actually want to next share with you. Let's see if it's sharing. Ooh, my computer's being slow. Okay, let me go back to share screen. I want to share with you Ganja Girl's page. If you aren't subscribed to Ganja Girl, you really need to be. Ganja Girl used to do these streams before me, and she's really good at it. I couldn't do crap. I was just phone recording my tablet for the longest time, back when Ganja Girl was already well versed at this bullshit. And she's taken some time off for in real life. You know, in real life can be a bitch, but she's getting back on her feet. No pressure to hurry back, but she's going to be trading off with me and doing some of these calls now. So that's my big announcement. It's going to be great for all of us. It's great to have the whole community involved. I want to support Ganja Girl in her recovery and in her coming back to this. It'll free me up to have more time for my show and on my own in real life, so I can take care of myself, do my show better, do myself better, because my in real life is a shit show sometimes too. So please support Ganja Girl. In my posts, I'll say whether it's me or Ganja Girl doing it. And Ganja Girl is going to be back, guys, more than ever. You notice she's been back doing the calls, so she's getting her feet under her. And I'm really excited about that. Back to StreamYard. I want to show a clip I did from Ganja Girl. Where is it? Share this tab instead, and I'll show you an example of Ganja Girl in action.
And we'll move next to Gigi.
Good morning, commissioners. I'm going to keep it real. Scientology's got Sea Org members out there working public sidewalks and streets for $47 a week. And that's if they have their stats up. Some are making way less than that. That's not a job. That's modern day servitude dressed up as religious service. And if the city looks the other way, that means Los Angeles is co-signing exploitation right on public property. We're supposed to stand for fair pay, safe work, and dignity, not billion-dollar loopholes. So I'm asking you, no more permits, no more deals, no more pretending that this is okay. If it's public work, it needs to be done by people who are actually free. Thank you.
And we'll move next to Gigi.
I love that. Modern day servitude dressed up as public service. It was great. And shout out to you, Ganja Girl. I appreciate you. If you guys don't know, I had been thinking about calling in. I'd been thinking about doing it. I'm like, I should probably do that. That would be something I could do. But I was nervous. Like, how do you do it with being anonymous? And, I'm just nervous about public speaking. And Ganja Girl and Audit LA had a stream trying to recruit people, basically, and walking through the process and asking people to step it up and support. And I was like, I've been thinking about doing it, that I could do this. And so it was really Ganja Girl that helped get me going. And it wasn't for Ganja Girl, I might not have stepped it up. I might have fallen by the wayside as things I wasn't thinking about anymore. So yeah, Ganja Girl is going to be doing some of the streaming for the public works calls. We're going to trade off. It's not going to be me every time. And I will let you know who it's going to be. It might not start right away. She's still dealing with some in real life stuff, but Ganja Girl is back. I'm so excited. So I offered her my intro video. Here. This. I've got to scroll down. I offered her that, or we could make her own with her song maybe, and I'm going to make her an outro, and it's going to be a lot of fun, Ganja. I'm excited. Guys, honestly, I don't need to be doing it all on my own. I'm happy to share the workload, and I'm happy to share the credit. If it wasn't for these other people, I wouldn't even be doing it. And I think we work better if we support each other and we're all a community instead of, I have to be the alpha. I have to be the big personality like some of these other channels. I think we work great when we support each other. And there's a lot of that in this community if you look for it. And that's the people I lean into. Yeah, we can share it. It doesn't have to be all me. Ganja Girl. Yeah, make it easier for both of us. You need a day off? I'll do it. I need a day off? You'll do it. So I'm excited about this, and I am looking forward to it. Let's see. There was something else I was going to share. That's not it. Let's see if I can remember. Yeah, that's it, I guess. But I can share again that Irish Mart's going to be protesting. I found the update on that. It's going to be Sunday. And Sunday is also the Knit in DC. So I'm going to be watching both of those on Sunday. So that means Saturday I'm going to do my Knit and chat. Hopefully Irish can come. She's not too busy. I know she's got family stuff this weekend, so she might be too busy, but hopefully Monica will be there. And yeah, please go out and sub to Ganja Girl. Give her the likes and supports and the watch hours. And we're getting her rolling again, guys. So I'm really excited. How is everyone today? I don't really have anything else to talk about, and I've got 15 minutes to fill. I'm still half awake. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Peter's here. Jennifer's here. Ganja's here. Yeah, Ganja is OG. She was doing this long before I was. And I just took it over because she had stopped. Mona had stopped. I was like, well, people come to watch these. Someone's got to do it. So I stepped it up. Same with Amy. Amy was doing all the posts for the public works, and she had an in real life happen. So I stepped out to support her because I always so appreciated when she did that, because it did all the homework for me. It made it easy for me. So I loved her doing that. And then when she had to take a break and couldn't do it, I was like, okay, well, I can do that. So I stepped it up and did it. But anytime Amy's ready to come back, she can have that back too. I don't need to be doing it all. I've got that show now, and it'll give me more time for my in real life, which if you saw my room right now, you'd be laughing your asses off. It's such a mess. It's such a travesty of justice to my home. I have let my in real life suffer and slide back because I've been doing so much of this. So I'm happy to share it. Hey, Donna's here. Good morning, Donna. So, oh, and Donna, you shared with me the Bixler thing, but I didn't see it until I was closing out the stream. And anytime you have something like that, I'm happy to promote it or shout it out or whatever, make awareness to it is what I'm trying to say. So send me an email, antics of a mama squirrel at protein, can't speak, at proton.net. I don't know, proton.me. See, I'm not awake yet. Antics of a mama squirrel. I'll type it in chat. Antics of a mama squirrel at proton.me. Yeah, anytime. I'm happy to share court updates, whatever. Yeah, exactly. We amplify each other by giving each other support. And if you see people doing good work and that are committed and are knowledgeable and intelligent and kind, support that. Support that. So I support Amy. I support Ganja Girl. I support Bixler, who I'm forgetting her first name at the moment. Christy. I support them. You know, us SPs, us ladies, we have to stick together, support each other, not be caving into the infighting. And yeah, anyway, if Amy is ready to come back, I'm happy to give that back to Amy. I've got enough on my plate, but I took it on as a thank you to Amy for her doing that for months and months. And I was really appreciated. I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Amy, hopefully coming up soon. So I'm looking forward to that. I'd love to do an interview with you, Ganja Girl, sometime. That would be fun. And yeah, just support everyone, guys. If there's support the good you see. If you see shit, ignore it. Or, you know, if you get riled up, get riled up. Don't bring it to me, though. I don't want to get involved. But when you see good, support the good you see. That's my soapbox moment for the day. Let's reshare the Zoom screen. Give me a second. He hasn't called on me yet, but it's going to be happening here eventually. What? Donna, what's this? This is a huge update. PTS for Life, Jeff has removed his channel. I noticed it yesterday. I was going to ask him. Rebuilding the Cult was trying to buy a server. Oh my goodness. What the hell? How is this Film LA stuff on? Oh, that's interesting. That was put up there. You'd be up for an interview, just email you. Okay, awesome. Like I said, I got like 2 or 3 ahead of you, but that would be great. And then we could announce more about this. That would be excellent. We can talk about Public Works and that it's going to be us tag teaming during the stream. And then, of course, when Audit's live, we just watch Audit. Audit's fire. She's there in person. Unless she's like in and out and got like other meetings, then maybe there might be a reason to do it. But for the most part, if Audit's there, we defer to Audit. Audit's the reason for the season, right, guys? Yeah. Oh, he's feeling backlash from the negativity, you suspect? I hope not. He needs to just come here and come to people that are positive and supportive and ignore the bullshit. I do a really good job of ignoring the bullshit. I just don't watch it. I click on a stream to see what's going on because I want to see it for the show or something. If I see they're just like spiraling on bullshit, I turn it off. I move along. I don't need to argue with them. I don't need to leave a nasty comment. You don't have to get involved. You can just ignore and go about your business and move on to something that you like. And, you know, I'm fascinated with cults, and that's my focus. My focus is not the drama and the shit show. I know a lot of people get really into it, and that's their right to do it. I don't call people out for doing it. It's like, you do you, boo. But that, for me, it's like, I just don't have room in my life for that sort of negativity and hate. It's too stressful for me. I'm too sensitive. So I've learned to just move along. Yeah, I really like Jeff too. Yeah, maybe it's temporary. Maybe he's doing some revamping. Yeah, Jennifer is saying she likes his Canadian point of view. Yeah, he's a kind heart and he's smart. Yeah, maybe he's doing it for business reasons with getting his degree, but that doesn't really track. I don't know.
I check.
Oh, it's not TJ today?
You could do.
He's doing really important work with the Aftermath Foundation. That's fantastic news. I'm kind of slurring my speech. I'm so tired today. I need a break. Yeah, I heard TJ after that. Yeah. He is a counselor now, so he's going to be able to help so many people. Yeah, I know. He's a great guy. He really is. And I love his relationship with his wife. They seem like such an amazing couple. Such an amazing couple. You saw DJ's hands. That's funny. I wasn't watching the screen. I'm watching chat. I missed so much chat on my show, on the morning show this morning, and in general I do. So yeah, tonight, protests in Clearwater, protests in Hollywood, protests in Toronto. So that's exciting. We got protests everywhere. Check out Haggis Basher later today. Check out the Clearwater crew. I'm pretty sure Lauren with the C is going to be out there. Probably Aaron Smith Levin. I don't know for sure about that. Probably Cheryl again. I don't know for sure. These people don't check in with me, guys. And I just, based on their habits, that's usually the case, that there's a group of them out in Florida. And there's going to be a group out at Big Blue
Good morning
tonight.
to all attendees joining us at the hearing room. Good morning to city staff, commissioners, and members of the virtual platform.
Tori's going to probably be out there. And the guy I keep wanting to call Dylan is Drew. So Drew will probably be there. Peter will probably be there. Probably Laura will be there. Who knows? Maybe Dan, maybe Audit, maybe Ashley. I don't know. Yeah, I saw he posted it
Good
right
morning,
there
Georgina.
during my show.
Will you please unmute?
You have to click.
Hi.
Are you speaking on general public comment today?
That's a loaded question. You're supposed to ask if I'm doing general public comment or agenda items or what, not just gear me towards general public comment, because when I've answered that correctly before, I've been skipped for agenda items. So I want to be speaking on all agenda items and general public comment. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Georgina, we're having a little bit of difficulties, technical difficulties. So do you have any general public comment or multiple item comment?
Yes, thank you.
And so she did complain a little.
They're talking about my complaint. But I've answered that question directly before. Yes, I'd like general public comment. And then they've skipped me for agenda items. But they didn't ask me if I wanted agenda items. And then I answered just the question. So now I know to not do that. But it's someone new they're training. So I wanted to make sure she knew. Don't ask the loaded question. Ask, for both. Yeah. So, Peter, I covered the John Atak, Mayim Bialik interview on my morning show, and I did see SP Chef posted, so I've already noted that for Monday's show. I love SP Chef Samuel. If you're not familiar with his channel, please go check him out. Well, I've been skipped, Ganja. I've been skipped 4 times. One time I was able to call it back, and luckily they hadn't unmuted me, and I was able to say, hey, you
Good
skipped
morning,
me.
Jennifer. Will you please unmute yourself? I already did. Do you have any general public comment today or multiple item comment? General public comment, please. Thank you.
Good morning, Audit. Yeah, if you know, you know. I've been skipped 4 times, and I'm not going to get skipped again because they asked me a loaded question.
Good morning, Gigi. Do you have any general public comment or multiple item comment this morning?
Good morning. I would like general public and I would like to speak on all items, please.
Donna, I just realized
I'm
if you
sorry,
know,
I'm
you
not
know,
able to-
was about the
hear you too well.
nuts.
On the street. So at least they're-
I said general public and all items, please.
I don't
My
know if she
apologies.
muted
Can
me
you please
again,
repeat
but
that?
she needs to learn to mute me,
General
so I'm
and
just going to
all
keep
items.
talking.
Thank you.
So we got Ganja Girl, we got Jennifer, we got Audit LA, we got me.
Army Council.
Hopefully we'll have Laura, maybe Amy, maybe even Haggis Basher. Maybe Style again. Sally O'Malley was excellent. Loved that. Loved that. She did an awesome job. Well, she's training. I think she's new. She's new. I've never heard her voice before. And he seems to be giving her directions and explaining things, so I think she's new. Shadowing TJ. I hope that doesn't mean TJ's leaving us. I love TJ. He's the best one out of them. I heard you, Ganja. I'm trying to hear what they're
Good morning,
talking
Audit
about.
LA. Do you have any general public comment and multiple item comment today?
Good morning. Yes, I would like all of the above, please.
Sorry, can you please repeat that?
Absolutely. I would like general public comment and all items, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. I've heard Samuel has great nuts. They're sweet, they're salty, they're everything you want in a nut. Yeah, I heard Audit clearly. Maybe she's having hearing issues on her end, but I heard it clearly. I mean, who doesn't like a nice handful of nuts? Well, they're probably listening to me then. That's on them. Nope, I'm muted. All right, I checked.
Good morning, Nora. Will you please unmute yourself?
Yes,
Hi, are you offering general public comment and multiple item comment today?
both, yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ganja. Yeah, I don't want to be skipped again because someone doesn't know what the frick they're doing. Haggis prefers a mouthful of nuts. Haggis, I think, personally has experienced Samuel's nuts. So there's that. Support Haggis Basher, guys. Check out her YouTube channel. Check out her Victims Voices Matter. And let me think. Let me see here. Victims Have Voices. I knew I said that wrong. Check out her Victims Has Voices webpage.
Good
And we got
morning, call-in user 1. Do you have any general public comment or multiple item comment today, or both?
General public comment, please.
Yay, Haggis.
Thank you.
We got Haggis. We got Nora. Should be a great day. Thank you, Peter. There we go. Victims Have Voices. Check out Haggis. She's protesting tonight in Toronto. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yep, I'm going to be watching too, Jennifer. For sure. Yeah. Put this back up. I'm half awake, guys. I'm not even sitting here knitting. I'm just sitting here trying to think what to talk about. Not there yet. Well, it's coming along great, Haggis. Gotta support the home team. Yep, support Canada. Antics, Jennifer, me, Audit, Nora, Haggis. Am I missing anyone? Well, Laura hasn't called in yet, but I bet she will. She's like so consistent. Well, you can watch it on replay, Donna. Donna's saying, dang, I would watch Haggis, but I have plans to go out tonight. Go out, live your life. You know, life's short. Enjoy your days, enjoy your nights. You can always watch this stuff on replay. Yeah, I can't handle the stress of the interpersonal drama, so I just choose to ignore it. Donna says she'll definitely watch replay. With having health issues and a seizure disorder, I can't afford to get riled up over every little thing, so I have to protect my own sanity, and so I skip over it. I'm here for the content of anti-Scientology and the cult stuff. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to speak out against them, and anytime we're like focused on the interpersonal bullshit, we're giving OSA a win, and I'm not here to do that ever. I'm here to speak out for the children that didn't have voices. I'm here to speak out for their enslaved Sea Org. That's what I'm here for. And I'm here to support all of you. Donna says her best friend has seizure issues as well. You understand? Yeah, I have to be really careful. Like, I didn't get enough sleep last night, and that's dangerous for me. So after this, I'm going to go right to bed. Try to skip over. I know it's hard. It's hard, and everyone has their own reasons for getting invested in it because it's triggering something from their past, and maybe they do have the strength to handle it. I'm not judging them for doing that. I'm just saying I can't do it. I can't afford that sort of stress. So I stick to what I'm good at. I stick to trying to find the good in people and trying to be positive and trying to be supportive. And any upset I feel, I focus towards Scientology. But everyone has a right to do how works best for them according to their life experiences and their life story. So I'm not dissing anyone for being in their fields and getting involved in the drama. Maybe they have personal experience with those people that warrants them to be invested and upset and in the drama. I don't judge anyone for that. It's just I personally can't afford to be involved in it, so I choose not to. Just to protect my own health and sanity. So much respect for you that can. I know it's not always easy. It really isn't. Sometimes it's like you have opinions. I just try not to. Though when I spoke, it was
Good
addressing
morning to
something
all
personally
attendees joining
affecting me.
us in the hearing room. Good morning to city staff, commissioners. If there are any members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any agenda items, please find that speaker cards are located in the back of the room along with agendas. Please bring the speaker cards to the facilitator's seat. Make sure it has agenda and item number you are speaking on. Thank you. President Kang, would you like to start recording now?
Yes, please.
Ganja, I've done the same. When it's addressing me personally, it's pretty hard not to. And you're completely in your right to do
Good morning,
that.
everybody, and welcome to our regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Friday, March 6, 2026. Presiding officer, if you could take roll and establish quorum for us.
Okay, yes, I would be establishing quorum, starting with you, President Kang, Vice President Chavez,
I want to
President
mute
Pro
them.
Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell,
Ugh,
Commissioner Cardenas
I won't, though.
are present. We also have Ms. Attorney Representative, Ms. Darrell, and I am Sandy Reyes with the Board of Public Works.
She's new.
Thank you very much. Before we begin public comment, we do have a quick presentation.
Oh, right. So I can mute them for a minute and
A
finish saying what I
presentation
wanted to
for
say.
Octavio, wastewater conveyance supervisor from the Bureau of Sanitation for 34 years
Duh,
of
duh,
service.
duh.
Are we ready for that presentation this morning? All right,
It's not where I want to go.
please come up. And please speak directly into the mic.
Oh, here we
Thank
go.
you very much.
I'm going to mute it a little or turn it down. So what I was saying, I'm a hypocrite too. I've gotten involved in the drama too. I've spoken up about things too. It's just I'm trying not to anymore. I'm trying to do better. So it's just something I'm imposing upon myself, but that doesn't mean I expect everyone else to do that. Like there's been people that have supported a certain shit show that I still supported the people that supported that shit show, that person, because I see the good work they're doing just because they're in their feelings and have something to say about someone else. You know, you can hear me through the meeting. They didn't mute me. Is that what you're saying? I think I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted. Anyway, you meant over the meeting playing in the background. I turned it way down now. But yeah, I'm a hypocrite. We've all done it. They had me unmuted. Oh, that's hysterical. That's on them. This is how you train newbies. They learn to mute me quick. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. That's hysterical. Yeah, I'm muted now. That's hysterical. Oh well. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yeah, I hope it's quick audit. I hope so too. That's so funny they had me unmuted. Well, they will learn. She's getting good on the job training. She got my sassy and she learned I never shut the fuck up. I gave her sass. And then yeah, the Ganja's saying she did the mute thing wrong. There's a way to do it so we can't unmute ourselves, but how she did it, we can unmute and whenever we want. Yeah, that's how I was able to catch that fourth time I got skipped because they had muted it wrong. So I was able to just unmute myself and say, "Hey, you skipped me," and they allowed me to speak. But normally you can't do that if they do it the right way. But yeah, I didn't want her to skip me again because she didn't ask the question right. And with someone new, if you're asking the question wrong, you know, if they say, "Do you want public comment?" and you say yes, and then they don't come back and ask you if you want agenda items. So that's why I made sure to correct her on that. Eyes is here. Hi, Eyes. Jennifer saying hi to Eyes. I hope this isn't a long presentation, celebration, however you want to call it. But yeah, I always say I'm Switzerland. Twilla said, "Antics, Eyes, and Haggis. May I suggest Scientology triggers for content and motivation? Forgive me if you have covered them already." I would like you to elaborate on that, Twilla. I'd like to know exactly what you mean. Or you have it spelled like Twyla, so I'm not sure if it's Twilla after the Sea Org member at the Hollywood Test Center or if it's Twyla. I really wonder how many BPW contracts are Scientologists-owned companies. Yeah, I'd like to know that too, Eyes. Hope you're feeling better, Eyes. Eyes is going through some in real life stuff, so send her some love. I don't expect her to call in, but maybe she will. Ganja Girl says that it probably half past, not too much later. Yeah, that sounds about right. Putting up a trigger warning. Oh, is that a site? I'll have to check it out. Thank you, Peter. Thanks for being up on it. Thanks for having the knowledge. I'm going to go look at it right now because we got a little time to kill. I guess is sending Eyes some love. All right, let's look up Scientology triggers. Fill in a little time. Yeah, that's not a channel I was subscribed to. I am now. Thank you for telling me about it. Let's see. Am I sharing that page? No. Let's share it and then go back to Public Works real quickly. I can't do this for long. So here's a new channel I wasn't aware of, Scientology Triggers. Ooh, yeah, definitely we'll be checking this out. I'm not going to play one, not having known what it is yet, but I'm tempted. See, some of these videos are pretty old. What do we got? Yeah, they're all fairly old from a year ago. But yeah, I'll definitely check those out. Those might be great for my Satanic Thursdays, which is a throwback Thursday. Here, let's play one.
Topics that Sea Org members and Scientologists are afraid to discuss. OSA,
it's at full
Guardian's
volume, but I
Office,
can't hear it.
Mary Sue Hubbard, FBI raid, repeal of tax exemption.
Yeah. I will definitely check that out. Thanks for the recommendation. I got to get back to StreamYard, though, and share the Zoom.
It was work that most of us never see, but we all and for that we were grateful for all the work that you did.
I have to say, though, based on that one video, I probably won't watch that channel because of the flashing. If it's got flashing and you have a seizure disorder, it's like, are you trying to give me seizures? They'll take a photo break. Yeah. Are they all flashing like that? Or were you just trying to give me seizures because you heard I have a seizure disorder? This is OSA attacking me.
We're going to ask our
Take care of yourself first and foremost. Eyes. Oh, they're already doing the recess. That's great. I'm going to turn the volume back up so we don't miss them coming back in by my yammering on. All right, that should do it. Yeah, no, I won't play it if it's got flashing. You never watched the videos, sorry.
Recording
Yeah,
in progress.
sure. Likely story. You're just OSA trying to come in here and give me a seizure because you heard I hadn't had any sleep last night, hardly. So you're like, oh, I know how to get her.
Recording stopped.
Yeah, I'll read the posts. That's cool. Thanks for bringing it here. Is it Twyla or Twilla? Oh, Gus is the guy that they were honoring. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Donna's sending I some love. Well, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to just play random clips someone tells me to play while I'm on stream.
All right, Ms. Reyes, if you want to reestablish quorum for us.
That was quick. That's good. Can you guys still hear me?
Recording in progress.
Let me know.
Hi, we are back. Reestablishing quorum. President Kang, Vice President Chavez, Commissioner Mitchell, Commissioner President Pro Tem Grant, and Commissioner Cardenas. We have quorum, and City Attorney Ms. Darrell.
Thank you very much. So we will now start with our general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting.
Can you hear
Testimony
me?
shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We do not have any in-person speakers, so we'll transition to our virtual platform.
Our first speaker is Georgina. Georgina, you will have 1 minute for general public comment. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, I want to know why you think it's acceptable to have a street named after a cult leader. We don't have a Jesus Christ way, and he's not guilty of all the crimes that L. Ron Hubbard is. We don't have a Charles Manson way. Why do we have an L. Ron Hubbard way? Why do we have a street named after a man guilty of human trafficking and destroying so many lives, enslaving children, abusing children, and yet we have a street named after him? He was guilty of so many crimes, and yet we have a street named after him. So many people are suffering to this day from his actions, and yet we honor him. We honor him with a street named after him. Change it back to North Burindo. It needs to happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgina. We have Jennifer. Jennifer Spencer, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, board members. I am again calling in asking you to change the name of L. Ron Hubbard Way back to Burindo Street. Each week I listen to callers like Laura Anderson, a survivor of Scientology's physically and mentally abusive practices, asking you to change the name back to Burindo Street. The callers describe the extreme torture they went through from birth. For example, Jamie Mustard, who spoke to you last week, and were forced to endure until they were old enough to leave on their own. Other callers talk about how no other streets are named after cult leaders such as Charles Manson or even religious icons such as Jesus. I ask you to please take action on this matter. I turn back my time.
Thank you, Jennifer. We have Gigi. Gigi, will you please unmute yourself?
Lauren, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So they touched on changing the name back to North Burindo. I'm going to go even further. I want you guys to rip those bricks out of that road and repave it. Those bricks were laid in part by slave labor, by child labor, and they should not be there. Also, there should not be no parking enforced on there. I still, over a year later, I still cannot find any documentation from the city that there is legitimately no parking zoned for that area. So why are there fake signs up there and red curbs when there's no proof of it? So put in metered parking, rip those bricks up, and again, change the name back to North Berendo. I yield my time.
Thank you. Next we have Audit LA. Audit LA, will you please unmute yourself?
Yes, good morning. I've been talking about their underpaid security guards, patrolling, intimidating anyone coming up and down the street. I also want to add, how they're horrible neighbors, is that every inch of their compound are microphones and have surveillance cameras, including plate readers. Okay, so if you would just want to take a nice stroll down the street, you think and I know there's cameras everywhere, and I know there's no expectation of privacy, but it's overkill. Like every few inches, there's like probably 100 cameras probably around this Big Blue. Everything is picked up, and they use it to snitch on everything. Like you make sure you don't talk about anything important going down the street. I mean, most places, yes, they may have a camera and you get visual. It's not all microphones. They microphone every conversation, and then they use it to snitch. I have proof that they were snitching on a weed shop because they were having a party next door and they wanted to know if it was permanent.
Next we have Nora. Nora, will you please unmute yourself?
Sorry, that took me a second to get that back up. Yes, thank you. I want to echo all the statements about L. Ron Hubbard Way. I was one of the slave laborers who laid those bricks. I'm not a licensed or trained mason. And exactly what Audit LA said. I want to dive into the wages here just a tiny bit real quick. The fake Space Navy slaves are paid $50 a week, then minus taxes, which comes out to be $47.32, which is what I was paid. And you're going to have a crisis on your hands right now because every single one of those people does not have health care. They use ATP for every single emergency room visit, which is the only place they go when they are severely ill. And most of those people have been working there now 50 plus years. They have no retirement. They have no IRA. They have no 401k. You are going to have a crisis of thousands of elderly people crushing your system within the next 5 years.
President Kang, at this time, I do see 3 hands raised for general public comment. Would you like me to ask?
Yes, please.
Sorry, I missed putting up Nora's banner.
Hello, caller Laura FM. Would you like to offer general public comment?
Yes, general public comment and also all items as well, please.
Okay, you will have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you. I just want to very much echo again what everybody just called, the last 4 callers about Scientology and revoking their permits and bringing even onto the board, giving it an option to be on the board. Again, we've been calling in for 2 years. If you could please revoke L. Ron Hubbard Way's permit back to North Berendo Street. This is a huge issue because Scientology is acting as a gang. And so one of their major things is by keeping that name, L. Ron Hubbard, you're constantly reminding all of us that were born and raised in the cult of Scientology's abusive slave organization. You're reminding us that they're still getting away with this. And this is them laughing in our faces. This is L. Ron Hubbard's name being put on a street when he's a freaking convicted felon, getting away with all kinds of mental abuse and human abuse of like for 70, 80 plus years now. So please revoke that permit, put it back to North Berendo Street, and please stop giving Scientology any permits whatsoever, as they just use them for recruitment tactics and destroying and trafficking human.
Thank you, Laura. That's time. Sandra, would you like to offer general public comment or multiple item comment?
Sorry I missed those during Nora's call. Left to go do something, so I was away from the screen.
Oh, thank you. I just unmuted. Thank you very much. Yes, general public comment, please.
Go ahead.
Okay. I ditto every single comment, but I wanted to read a couple of things to you. This is out of the book Dianetics that you see people trying to promote around the city. A 7-year-old girl who shudders because a man kisses her is not computing. She is reacting to an engram. Since at 7, she should see nothing wrong with a kiss, not even a passionate one. That is what they teach in Scientology. The other one is to do with the sexual pervert known as the homosexual, lesbian, sexual sadist. It's actually quite ill physically, but also far from normal and extremely dangerous to society. The level of the pervert, the hypocrite, the turncoat, such people should be taken from society as rapidly as possible and uniformly institutionalized. That is what L. Ron Hubbard preached while sexually abusing, physically, mentally, small children and using those people as slave labor. Revoke that permit. Take up the bricks. I yield back my time.
Thank you. Caller ending in 880. Would you like to offer general public comment at this time?
You hear me? I'm doing general public comment.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to reiterate everything that everybody said about changing the name to North Berenda Way. We don't have a James Jones Mill Boulevard, the guy that made people drink Kool-Aid. Shame on you, Keith Mose, for taking down the permit information on the website so that the permits it can be verified during events. And I want to expand on what Sandra said. What they're talking about with the homosexual situation was done during the Holocaust, where they actually put them in camps, and sometimes they euthanized people that were considered unworthy of society. Now that's what you're letting in your city, and you allowed the babies to be neglected and sit in their poopy diapers all week and getting failure to thrive. Shame on you. Bye.
President King, that's it for general public comment.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We do not have any in-person speakers, so we'll transition to our virtual platform.
Good morning, Georgina. Will you please go ahead and unmute yourself for general or multiple item comment? Please tell us the item you're speaking of.
Well, there's only one item today, but I'm going to start with the minutes. The minutes need to reflect the fact that we're begging you to change the name away from a convicted cult leader to what it used to be, North Berenda. It needs to be changed. The minutes need to be changed. The minutes need to reflect the concerns of the people. Why aren't these being included? The fact that your YouTube channel has every video titled the exact same is not understandable to me. How is anyone supposed to research anything when you have every video titled the exact same? Thousands of videos, 2 to 3 meetings a week, and each week, each meeting, each month, each year, going back years, all titled exactly the same. I yield back my time. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgina. Next we have Gigi. Please tell us the item you're speaking on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with the minutes. I feel like we've said this to you thousands of times at this point, but you guys need to fix the minutes. You need to include what's being talked about in the public comment. You can be brief about it. You don't have to, do a full transcript or anything, but you need to have something about what is being brought to you. Okay, you muted me. Can I get some time back for that? Like, I don't know why you muted me, but like I said, you guys say that the public comment's been received, but what happens when it's received? What do you do with it? There's no signs that you're really doing anything about our concerns. So the least you could do is put it and reflect it in the public comment, in the minutes. Now for the neighborhood council. Since I've been speaking at this meeting, I do not remember a single time that the neighborhood council has had time to do their comment, except for when they came in on their own time as their own person, because they do not have enough time to even know about like things like these permits that you are approving and different things that are happening. The neighborhood councils need to be more involved in public works. And with that, I yield my time.
Thank you, Gigi, and sorry about that. We do have Audit LA now. Audit LA, will you please unmute yourself?
Yes, I would like to start with the Film LA update. This is, I would like to have update.
So sorry, Audit LA, can you please unmute yourself?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I would like to start off with item 2, Film LA updates, because as we know, Scientology is prolific in getting these permits. And I don't know if Film LA or the Public Works is really aware. I'm trying to make you aware that they do use Sea Org members. Because I know Jennifer Crosskopf is, runs some of these sites, and she's definitely a Sea Org member making $47 a week if she performs above and beyond. And this is a city that is built on unions, especially when the films, it's unions. And if it's not union, there's still certain standards. Is anyone making sure that all their permits, that their people are being paid the fair union or scale or the non-scale wages, and that they have opportunities to join the union, and or not? Or are we just turning a blind eye because of Scientology? Because Laurie Anderson could speak more, I'm sure, on when she came across a film where they were like working like 5 hours, making their people stand still, no breaks, no going to the bathroom. One lady was in tears. They could not move. That doesn't sound like filming to me. They couldn't eat, they couldn't drink, they couldn't go to the bathroom, no breaks. They couldn't even move. They had to stay frozen like popsicle people. Okay, and and it's ridiculous. And I hope you look into it, and I hope you don't look at the other way, because it has nothing to do with religion. This is dealing with labor, okay? Because they have a labor force, and they are paid stipends for their religious and part of it. But making propaganda films or whatever they're doing, that's not religious. That is labor. When they're working on the streets, it's labor. So I am begging you, Film LA, Public Works, to look into it. We don't want people not getting paid properly. We don't want this level of labor abuse and labor trafficking. They bring people in on their R1Ps for religious. They're only allowed to do religious work for that, not allowed to do labor. And so it's very important. So, and as far as the minutes are concerned, I really hope that this stuff will eventually be put on the minutes. There's genuine concerns, and none of it should be especially like what Sandra was saying. She read from the Book of Dianetics, horrific stuff that I would never, and I don't stand by it. When I see them selling Dianetics, and I will intervene to shut it down, because they're selling books that are. And why is nobody upset with that verbiage in a book? It's pedophilia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Nora. Nora, will you please tell us the agenda items you're speaking on?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'm going to speak on the minutes and agenda item 2, the Film LA situation. In regards to the minutes, I want to echo what Gigi said earlier. It would be of great service to the public and just the historical record if the minutes reflected every single person's, thing that you called in about and spoke about, because I understand that you guys are not going to take action on things that people are calling about. You make that very clear. But it is important for the historical record for people to see how long people have brought up things like changing the name back of L. Ron Hubbard Way back to Berendo, and addressing the fact that Film LA was formed to make it easier for production companies to come in and utilize the wonderful city of Los Angeles as a canvas for their art. Scientology abuses that by usurping the rules there to allow their slave labor force to not get paid union wages, to get unending permits for propaganda films that are just indoctrination for children and the people who are stuck in this cult for a lifetime, to be further indoctrinated in principles just that Sandra read earlier about children not being children, and that if there is a pedophile in their midst, then it's their fault that they get abused. And in fact, it's not abuse, and that they should be okay with it unless they have crimes from this lifetime or other lifetimes. You guys, via all of these little loopholes that Scientology has found in all of their safe pointing and their decades of donations to every single board, police, sheriff, every council that they can find to give money to, have allowed them to continue their decades-long abuse of the elderly and children. And as I said earlier, there are people inside that Big Blue, inside Celebrity Center, inside of all of their buildings on Hollywood Boulevard that are now reaching their 70s and 80s. There is no retirement program.
Time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next, we have Laura FM. Laura FM, can you please go ahead and unmute yourself and tell us what items you'll be speaking on?
Hi, good morning. I'm going to talk about the minutes and Film LA #2, or I guess, yeah. Agenda item number 2. So thank you. I want to echo again what everybody's been talking about, what we call in about, where Scientology's #1 tactic using Film LA and the event permits to literally promote and recruit false fucking propaganda that is then used to recruit and get people in from other countries and human traffic people into the C organization, which we all know by now is an indentured human trafficking, child abusing organization hiding behind a religion. Film LA has every right to say no to a permit that Scientology just says, oh, it's a Scientology permit. Oh, it's a Dianetics permit. I gave you guys booklets specifically for this reason. When there's any logo that has anything to do with Film LA, films, anything having to do with filming on LA streets, like they did in the middle of at 5 a.m. in downtown on 6th Street, about 4 or 5 months ago, filming 5 a.m., using people to make an advertisement to say that Scientology's technology is so amazing. This should be banned. This is Scientology literally using LA's beautiful city and LA's time and money and people to have indentured servants be in this commercial to advertise for more human trafficking. This needs to be clarified. When Film LA is asking and saying that Scientology needs a permit for a street, what is it for? Is it really going to help the city, or is this more human trafficking PR bullshit? Because you guys have a big part of this. There's a reason that Public Works thinks they can't do anything about it that much, but you can. You are the ones that can actually put the ethics with this whole situation in and tell Scientology, no, you guys have been falsely lying to the city about this for too long.
President Kang, I see one more person with their hand up. Would you like to take?
Yes, please.
Okay, caller ending caller in user 1. Will you please unmute yourself and tell us what agenda items you're speaking on?
I was not called. Would you be kind enough to allow me 1 minute general public comment?
Speaker, the general public comment has closed. You only have multiple, so please let us know which items you would like to speak on.
I had asked to speak for general public comment, but I was not called. I hope you will take into consideration that.
The caller is correct, President Kang.
Thank you. Thank you for that correction. So caller, although we have closed general public comment, our presiding officer served first day. So we want to welcome Sandy. So apologies for that minor mistake. So I'll reopen general public comments. So you have 1 minute.
Thank you. As a resident of the city of Los Angeles, I received a notification of an asphalt slurry seal for my residential street. In this multicultural city that Los Angeles praises it to be, I'm having a hard time believing that the city of Los Angeles is paying, using taxpayer funds, a contractor without including community engagement instructions. This handout that was received is English only. I know my street alone has a minimum of 5 different other cultures. Second, while my street is not perfect, I have a hard time with the optics of this after these recent serious rains, that my street is going to get slurry sealed when all the major thoroughfares leading to my residential street are riddled with potholes and other road work denigration. I hope that you will, and the city of Los Angeles departments that deal with these issues will take my comments into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. President Kang, that concludes general public comment and multiple item comment.
Thank you very much. With that, I will close the general public comment and multiple general public comment. And
Guys, great job. Everyone did so great. Nora was great. Audit was great. Ganja. Oh my gosh, Haggis. Everyone did such a great job. Jennifer. It was a really exciting meeting. Laura. I said Nora already, right? Yeah, it is important that we hear from voices of people that are former Scientologists. So shout out to all of them. I love it when they call in and add their voices to this. It's so much more impactful, you know? So thank you guys for calling in. Thanks to everyone who just came to support. Thank you, Miriam, for coming to support, even though you weren't able to call in today. We love you, babe. And thanks, guys. I'm going to go out and have some fun today. Watch the protesters tonight. Haggis is protesting tonight. So we've got that to look forward to. Thank you. Miriam said smash the like. Thank you, Miriam. I always forget to say that. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.